Hello students, good morning and welcome to the YouTube channel of our school Vidya Setu. Today we are going to study about animal tissue which are muscular tissue and nervous tissue. So let's start our class. The muscular tissue comprises of all the muscles which are present in our body. The muscles are made of muscle cells, which are also called muscle fibers. The muscle cells are elongated and large sized cells. Now, muscle cells or muscle fibers, they are divided into three types, or we can say muscles are of three types: striated muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. This is the diagram of striated muscle. It contains alternate dark and light bands. This is the diagram of smooth muscle, and this is the diagram of cardiac muscle. So let us study about the striated muscle. Now striated muscle, it is also known as striped muscle, skeletal muscle, or voluntary muscle. This type of muscle show alternate dark and light bands. These bands which you can see here, these are the dark and light bands. So these bands are present in striated muscles. They are long, non-tapering. Non-tapering means they are not pointed at the ends. Alright, just like smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are tapering at the ends, but striated muscles are non-tapering and cylindrical and unbranched. They do not have any branches. They are multinucleated. Multinucleated means many nucleus are present in striated muscles. Each cell is enclosed in a thin membrane called sarcolemma. Each muscle cell is surrounded by a membrane which is known as sarcolemma. Now these striated muscles are called by different names like striped muscle, skeletal muscle and voluntary muscle. Why it is called so? Because it has a particular function. Now striated muscle, they are called striped muscle because they contain alternate dark and light bands. They are called skeletal muscle because they are attached to the bones and they are responsible for the movement of different body parts. Alright, striated muscles, they are called voluntary muscles because they work according to our will. We can move our hands, our legs in any direction. So they work according to our will. So that's why they are known as voluntary muscles. Now striated muscles, they are found in the muscles of limbs. Limbs means our hands and legs. Body wall, face, neck, etc. Striated muscles are also present in tongue, pharynx, diaphragm and upper part of esophagus. But such striated muscles, they are called the visceral striated muscles because they are present inside our body. Okay, they are present in the organs which are inside our body. Now the function of striated muscles is to help in the locomotion. Locomotion means movement from one place to another. Locomotion and all other voluntary movement of the body parts. So the body movement is caused due to the presence of striated muscles in a particular organ. Now next muscle type of muscle cell is smooth muscles. Smooth muscles which are also called unstriated or involuntary muscles. They are spindle shaped. Spindle shaped means they are pointed at both the ends. This is the diagram of smooth muscle. They are pointed at both the ends. They are without dark and light bands and they contain a single nucleus. It means they are uninucleated. nucleated. Okay. The smooth muscles, they do not move according to our will. So they are also called involuntary muscles. Now smooth muscles are found in the wall of alimentary canal, stomach, intestine, ureter, bronchi, iris of eye, ducts of glands. Okay students, we cannot control the movement of food inside our alimentary canal. Why? Because the alimentary canal, it is made up of, the wall of alimentary canal is made up of smooth muscle and they do not work according to our will. Alright, but we can control the movement of our hands, legs and face because these organs, they contain the striated muscles which move according to our will. Now the function of smooth muscles. Smooth muscles, they help in all the involuntary actions and peristaltic movement. Peristaltic movement means alternate contraction and relaxation. Peristaltic movement pushes the food downward from the esophagus to the stomach. So such a movement is called peristaltic movement and it is carried out by smooth muscles. Now next type of muscle is cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles, they are present in the heart and they show the characteristics of both smooth muscle and striated muscles. They are striated, cylindrical, branched, involuntary with nucleus centrally located. So in these muscles, some characteristics are like that of striated muscles, like striations, they are cylindrical, okay, and some characteristics are from the smooth muscles, like they are uninucleated, they are involuntary. So they are just mixture of both the muscles. They show the characteristics of both smooth and striated muscles. Cardiac muscles are found in the heart and the function of these muscles, they contract and relax rapidly without rest and they transport blood throughout the body due to the beating of heart. Students, heart is the only organ in our body which continuously keeps on working from the date on which we are born, from the day on which we are born until our death, but without rest. It continuously keeps on working without taking rest because they are made up of cardiac, it is made up of cardiac muscle which can work without taking rest. Now we will study the nervous tissue. This tissue transmits messages within our body, messages in the form of electrical impulses. Brain and spinal cord are composed of nervous tissue. Various nerves also composed of nervous tissue. So nervous tissue is present in brain, spinal cord and nerves. Nervous tissue is made up of nerve cells which is also known as neurons. Okay, so nerve cell or neuron is just a similar thing. This is the structure of neuron. It is the largest cell in our body. In human body, the largest cell is the neuron, which is the cell of brain, spinal cord and nerves. Okay, so this is the structure. The neuron, it is made up of three parts, mainly three parts. Cell body, this is cell body, axon and nerve endings. Cell body contains a nucleus and cytoplasm. The various branches which arises from cell body, they are called dendrites. Okay, they catch up the electrical impulse and help in transmitting the electrical impulse through the axon and transfer it to the nerve ending. From the nerve ending, the information is catched by the next neuron. dendrites of next neuron. Alright. How neurons are arranged in the nervous tissue. Students, the nerve ending of one neuron, it is in close contact with the dendrites of other neuron, because dendrites, they catch up the or receive the electrical impulse. Okay, and electrical impulse is released from the nerve ending. So the nerve ending of one neuron is closely placed with the dendrites of other neuron. Alright. Now the function of nervous tissue. The dendrites receive impulses and the axon takes impulses away from the cell body. These dendrites, they receive the electrical impulse, and this impulse goes from cell body to the axon, and from axon it reaches the nerve ending, and from nerve ending the next neuron will receive the electrical impulse through its dendrites. Alright. So this was about the muscular tissue and nervous tissue. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video with the connective tissue.